There
There you go.
Hey guys, this is a gift of travel party. And
Ooh.
the reason why we call this party is because tomorrow is my birthday. And I got this wild, crazy idea. I'm like, Todd, what do you think? What do you think? Should we
What
do like a
what
little,
can we do for right? What can we do, right?
yeah, what do you think? Should we like have like a travel party and kind of let everybody know what we're up to? Because everybody's asking because they're seeing our Facebook posts and such. And Todd's like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, okay, cool. So we kind of got that going and started sending invites out for this party today. And the reason why we I believe that travel is a gift really is because if you think about it, you get gifts for your birthdays or whatnot. And you get a little gift and you're like, okay, great, thanks. Thank you. I love it. Thank you. But then it gets forgotten, maybe if it's not. But when you actually travel and you have experiences and you go places and do things with people that you love and people that you love to hang out with, it creates memories and it, it experiences and memories, you'll never forget those, right? And so if you think back in your own lives, what do you remember most about your experiences and what are the highlights of your life? And I would bet 9 times out of 10, it's gonna be like, oh, I remember about when I hung out with my friends. Um, hold on, more people are joining. Uh, admit Rocco's trying to join.
Trying from his iPad.
Okay, waiting room, joining. Okay. Um, Okay, and so you think about it, you probably have memories of places you've been with people that you love and you love to hang out with. So that was a big thing. And another thing that really kind of touched my heart just recently is my parents just recently, probably 2 years ago, celebrated their 50th anniversary. And we all got together and we all, kind of reminiscing about their marriage and our experiences and everything. And I remember my mom sitting there on the couch in front of everybody. And she said to us, she goes, you know what? The one regret I have is I wasn't able to travel as much as I wanted to. And that just broke my heart, right? I'm just like, oh. And so now they're getting older and they can't travel as much. So time is running out, right? And she wasn't able to travel as much as she wanted to. They went on trips and they went on cruises and here and there, but she just wanted to do more. And then I think about Todd's mother, and she was a jet setter. She was a world traveler. She went everywhere. She literally had a map on her wall with dots all over it showing where she's been. That to me is a life filled with experiences, memories. Can you imagine? I can't imagine. I was like, I admired her so much for just going, just on a whim. She'd be like, okay, I'm going to go here, right, Todd? Like, I feel like going to wherever, and then she'd jump on a plane and just go. She was
Yeah,
just
that the
amazing.
map was literally 6 feet by 8 feet on the wall, and it was a pegboard full of pins.
Yeah. And
Crazy.
she never stopped. She kept on going. What enabled her to do that was she had a, I guess, Delta travel pension or whatever that she was able to just jump on a standby flight and take off. But that is an amazing life to me. So the contrast between my mom and Todd's mom was
Mm.
um, telling, right? And I wish my mom would had something like what we have now with the platinum travel membership, which would enable her to affordably do what she really wanted to do in life. And so I'm going to share with you, some of you probably already saw this on Facebook, but we've been with the travel membership for about a year now, almost a year. And so we have, I'm going to share my screen. It might take a second to connect here.
If
Okay.
it is his job.
Can you see it?
It's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
There it is.
There it is.
All right, here we are. So here's my lifestyle travel membership business page on Facebook. And I just shared, some of you probably saw this post where we went to Coles Ranch in Payson, Arizona. So Todd loves to go fishing. We've got a fishing boat in our backyard and we got to use it at least once a year, right? So this year, we booked a trip to Payson, and the nearest one, the closest resort is to this Coles Ranch, and we've never been there before. It's actually a timeshare resort, and I did book it. I've been a booking.com person for like forever. I'm a genius. I'm a genius booker.
Considered an expert.
Yeah, so I did this and we went ahead and booked it, and we already had the travel membership, but for some reason I still booked and thinking I was getting a great deal, right? So I found out after we did this trip. Hi, Nicole. Hey, everybody. Nicole's on the line. This is Nicole, Todd's sister, my sister as well.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Hi, Nicole.
Thank you so much for joining, Nicole.
Yes, appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Sorry for being late, guys. It's been a little crazy this morning. I'm still in my pajamas.
You got a boy, we know.
Okay, we won't make you turn on your
Awesome.
camera.
The camera is staying off for sure.
Okay. So
It
I just kind of, since Nicole is on the line, I just kind of want to mention that we did talk about how your mom traveled a lot, and that how she has the map of the world, right? And I think you have that map actually, and she had dots all over the map. So
Oh, yeah.
Nicole can attest that Todd's mom, Nicole's mom, was a world traveler, and she lived life to its fullest, from what I can see.
Oh, yeah.
So, heck yeah, right? I just love her, and she's full of life, and when you travel, it brings life to you. You just feel like you're living. So right now, Nicole, we're sharing my Facebook page, lifestyle travel membership. We're talking about the trip that we took in Payson. And I booked it through booking.com originally. I paid like $560 for 3 nights. And I thought, oh, that's the greatest deal ever. And I'm like, after we had this awesome trip, this place is amazing. They have everything. They have pool, spa, basketball courts,
Miniature
everything.
golf.
I mean, it's a really great place for like family reunions and that sort of thing, because kids can play and all this other stuff. So we stayed there. And when I got back home, I'm going, I wonder if one of our travel platform has this. I bet they don't, right? Nah, they don't have this one.
Whoops.
I came back and I looked at the Getaways platform, and sure enough, it was the only place available, right? Because the Getaways platform is generally a timeshare availability. And so we could have booked this place, not for 3 nights, but for 7 nights for $56. And I'm thinking, what an idiot. What an idiot.
But
I don't
$500.
money, and we weren't able to stay as long. What the heck? So I felt really dumb, and but that was that. Lesson learned. Always check the platinum membership. And then recently we went to Vegas, and we went there for we have another business with life insurance and pensions and retirement, that sort of thing. And so we went with that group. That group had a group travel rate at the Wynn, okay, which is just, it was just like a mile or so away from this resort. So their group discounted rate at the Wynn was like $255 a night per night. So it would have cost us what, at least over $1,200 plus resort fees, plus this, plus that, right? We're talking the Wynn. So like, we got to be able to do better with our platinum membership. Let's go check it out. So sure enough, I booked this through there's 3 different platforms that you can book from. I booked this through our travel site, and we were able to stay at this 4-star resort.
5 pools.
Whoop, there's people in the waiting room. Hold on a second. How do I get to their waiting room? Pardon me. How do I
Yes.
do?
Well, keep going, that sweetie. I'll keep
I
talking.
know.
So we had an amazing time. The Win discount was for 3,500 people showing up to the Win, and they based, the discount on that for $255 a night.
Yeah.
So that was a huge discount based on 3,500 people showing up.
Yeah. So we stayed at this place, it's a 4-star hotel, and it was really nice. They had really nice restaurants. They had like 6 pools or something crazy. And so for the amount that we paid with the platform, the travel membership platform, it was like $255 for 5 nights.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm not
Not
kidding. Like,
not one night, but 5 nights.
Wow.
and then
Wow.
I was expecting, we walked in, we're like, oh, look at this fancy place, right? And like, I expected them to like add on resort fees or whatever when we got there. They didn't charge us anything extra. I was like, okay, cool. So we're staying at this awesome hotel. And meanwhile, everybody's paying through the hill, even at a discount price over at the Wynn. So I'm like, this is cool. And so that's our experience so far. And we do have we have an incentive trip to go to Cancun and Fort Lauderdale. We're probably going to do our Cancun trip to coincide with a world tour that's going to be happening there. And the World Tour Resort is just down the street from our incentive trip place, so we could probably just walk over.
Nice.
And they have like world tours to Bali, which I'm kind of going, oh gosh, we should probably check that one out and get that one booked.
That's so cool.
It's
I'm
like-
looking at that one in April.
I
Oh,
know, I'm like, Bali? Like,
In April. Woohoo!
yeah. So
Yeah.
there's
I was Googling how do you get there? Like it's, what's the best way? And I found you could go through Hawaii or you could go through Australia. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll go to Australia for 2 weeks, or maybe I'll go to Hawaii. All those are first for me. And I got really excited about Bali.
Yeah, so everybody, Hillary Sky, she is the person who introduced this travel membership to us. And we're really, really grateful, Hillary, really grateful. And so I kind of what I'd like you to do, Hillary, is share your story about why this travel membership is a gift to you and how it's been for you so far.
And where are you?
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually on a world tour literally right now, and we're talking about going to Bali, which is the world tour, and her going to Cancun. There's over 100 of them that they had this year, over 100 they're going to have next year. And once you go on a world tour, it's lights out, because most people don't understand what it's like to really travel in luxury. And I'll show you real quick. I'm at this 5-star resort, in Lake Tahoe. Look at this freaking place, man.
It's a freaking place. Yes,
Pretty
we
awesome.
love it.
Let's not drop the computer. Yes.
Right.
Okay. So, but join this club, and thank you, Randy. Randy's going to come on and talk a little bit, but we just wanted to give you a glimpse of what this is about. We're just real people. Literally, I'm nobody special, but I am a snob, and I do like luxury. I had the most amazing brekkie this morning, reminded me of going in Europe for 7 weeks. But that's what this membership has done for me is be able to travel the world. Literally, I run a couple businesses, and one of them is running Airbnb. So I'm a digital nomad, and I was able to go when my house was booked to travel all over. I started out with a world tour in Portugal, and then I went to Sicily. And between those 2 world tours, I was like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. I was new to traveling. I'm not like your grandma, like I'm new to traveling. I didn't, I was a little bit nervous actually. And my friend Sarah and my friend Jackie helped me get off the fear, platform and just say, go for it. And once I knew I had bookings, I could afford it. And of course I can work from anywhere. And then I decided to go on the travel side, and I booked all over. I'm on trip number 25 of this year. And if you had asked me last year, I've only been in this company a year. I was at the Coliseum. I didn't even know that picture right there is the Forum. I didn't even know what the Forum was. That's a picture of me in Portugal at the World Tour. And place after place after place. And I just knew I wanted to go to Sicily World Tour, Portugal World Tour. And then I knew I wanted to go to Rome. And then somebody said, go to the Amalfi Coast. So I'm like, these are all Italy. So I really researched how to get around in Italy. So I took a lot of trains, it was very scary. That's me in Florence. Booked this amazing place right here. This picture is me in an old mill. I ended up going to a mill in Venice, and an old mill. It's called Molino, and I booked these places a little bit off the beaten path, and just had the time of my life. I don't even know how much money I saved, but I found out yesterday you could go in your back office, and any trip you've ever booked, it shows you the savings. So I was just looking and showing a friend, and it shows me everywhere I went, and I saved $100 here, and $300 there, and $500 there, and everywhere I went on an excursion. So like in Paris, I went on a bike tour, and then I went to the Coliseum. I booked that on the travel site. I saved $20, $30 there, and then it just was really pinched me. I can't believe this is my life. So I encourage you all to go. Just try this membership. It's really not that expensive, and I saved enough on the world tour here today on trip number 25 to pay for my whole membership. But Randy's going to come on a little bit and explain how when you join, you can get your membership paid for, but then becomes a freaking no-brainer, right? Because my membership is paid for. I no longer pay the monthly membership fee, and now I'm making daily pay, and it's so much fun. So I know there's somebody messaging me, Jennette, she can't get on. Oh, here, let me give her the link.
Okay.
So anyway, was there anything else you wanted me to add?
So how has this been a gift to you, Hillary? How has this changed your life?
Oh my God. So you keep telling me this, and Jackie's the one who's messaging me, is that I've changed. I'm different. I mean, I run a really stressful business. I run Airbnbs. People come to my properties, they're mad. I don't know, they can't get as good of a deal. They're buyer's remorse. I mean, literally anything, right? Or they get to the property, the heater don't work, or this don't work, or there's freaking opossums at the house. That was the thing last week. And so we have cages at one house. So that's stressful, right? Trying to figure out how to keep that 5-star review. So that keeps going, that stress. So when I go on a world tour, the new Hillary is like, it's all good. It's all good.
Kind of like today.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah.
I got this. I got this.
Loving it and
I'm
living it.
making money and I get to relax. Really? So, anyway, it's literally been life-changing for me to be able to travel the world. Yeah, that's all I can say. It's such a gift, and I'm so grateful that Randy introduced this to me, and Sarah, who I believe is on this call as well, introduced it to him. And, you know, I wasn't really looking for anything else to make money, but now I actually get paid double because my Airbnb is booked today. My Airbnb is booked home and I'm making daily pay. And I get to learn how to relax more. And that's the new Hillary. And that's the biggest change for me is to kind of learn how to live the life of your grandma, you know? Because
Yeah,
I
and
can.
Hillary, Todd and I have definitely seen a huge transformation with you. I mean,
Yeah, we've known you for what, 7 years now? 7? We were in the short-term rental business at the same time with Hillary, and she started it a little bit before us. So yeah, it made her grumpy. She was grumpy most
stressed
of the
out.
time.
She's stressed out. Yeah.
And it was difficult. Now look at her. She's all happy and smiling.
Smiling a lot. Who knew?
Huge
Yeah.
transformation that's obvious right here, right
So
here.
Hillary, if you
Yeah.
like that,
And I found out that I really, truly value exploring so much that I drove 16 hours to be here. And people are like, why would you do that? You could fly. And I'm like, because it's fun to see the countryside, you know, and taking the trains across Europe was fascinating to me. That was my favorite way of traveling. And, you know, and Jackie is the one who just got on. She was the one that 3 days prior to my Europe trip, I was like literally crying. Like, how can I do this? I'm so afraid. I'm a solo traveler. People might attack me or steal
yeah,
my
you're doing
purse.
this by yourself, right? Like never before.
And I just got on the plane and I did it. And what you learn about yourself when you're traveling, you know, whatever that is the gift for you. And you know, if you're sharing it with your partner or your husband or your children, what a gift for them. And most people I'm finding just don't go on vacation
Yeah.
for whatever reason.
They
You
get
know,
caught up in
Americans,
life. Yeah. Yeah.
they just
Pretty
so the biggest gift is to allow yourself permission, which for me was financial. I couldn't justify paying for it, but if you save so much money, hallelujah, you can justify it. And then that's it, lights out. I'm gonna go. And then it becomes the biggest problem is, where do you want to go? Literally,
Exactly.
there's so many world tours. Where do I want to go? And so, you know, it's just amazing. I'm so excited that you guys are doing this and all these people on this call. And, you know, you can have the life of your dreams, whatever it is, it's yours.
Excellent. And Hillary, so you want to introduce Randy?
Yeah, absolutely. Randy and I have known each other, gosh, I don't know, 10 years now, Randy.
Yeah.
And we've been in a health and wellness company together, and I lost a lot of weight when I did keto and gained it all right back. But he's just a person that I literally would follow anywhere. And he told me about this company, and for me, I just wanted to save a few dollars when I went to Fredericksburg to visit my daughter. And lo and behold, like, who would have thought that I would have had 25 trips in one freaking year and 4 world tours. This is my 4th world tour this year. and Randy was the person who recommended it. And I saw him and Sarah going to San Antonio. It was like, I don't know, like 2 years ago. And then I'm watching from a distance, and he's just a person that is true. Like, you know, you don't know about people. I trust Randy. And so I said, okay, Randy, I'm all in. Just make me a platinum partner, whatever that means. I didn't know what it meant, and he helped me. And so he's going to explain a little bit more about the membership.
Awesome, Randy. Hi, Randy. Thank you
Hello,
so much.
hello.
Yeah.
You hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, first of all, thank you and Todd so much for inviting me here to share with everybody today. What you're hearing from us are some things that have literally changed our lives in many different ways. I'm a carpenter from Kansas City. I've been working with my hands for about 20 years, working hard for everything I've ever gotten. And, you know, like most people, I've been through some things in my life, you know, and about 2 years ago, I'm just going to tell you my story. You know, about 2 years ago, some friends of mine, does that sound familiar? Sarah, she's on here now. Some friends of mine, I was working 60 to 80 hours a week, swinging a hammer, you know, trying to build back and buy back my life as a divorced father of two amazing sons who desperately wanted some more time back with his boys. And they suggested this gift to me, you know, a way that I could get paid every day without interfering with what I was already doing and create some incredible memories with my boys along the way.
Yeah.
And I put my hand up. I said, show me that.
That's
Show me that,
awesome.
please. Right? Skeptical, but I said, show me that. And I got to tell you, they rolled out the simplest blueprint I think I had ever seen. And I just went to work in the nooks and crannies of my life on building my dreams for once instead of somebody else's. And to make it short, guys, this is how it's worked out for me. In about the first 12 months, I had made as much money part-time sharing this awesome travel membership, this lifestyle club, as I would have been receiving from my pension or even, you know, Social Security for that matter. I had compressed 30 years of my career into 12 months simply
Wow.
by sharing something that people love to do. They're going to do it anyway, with or without you, and they'd love to save some money doing it. And so that's what I did. I simply went to work in the nooks and crannies of my day, sharing what I was doing. And, you know, here's how it's working out. You know, I made a decision when I saw after 12 months, this thing is real. It's impacting people's lives. It's powerful. And I saw the money side and I said, you know what? All I'm doing is sharing with my friends and family. I wonder if I stepped into this thing full time. And I made a decision to go full time, chasing my dreams, sharing this with my family and friends. And it's just been amazing ever since. The last year has just been incredible. I'm just going to touch on one trip that I took with my sons, okay? Because this is, for me, it was the reason, one of the big reasons I decided to join this club, right? My sons and I love the outdoors. We love to fish. We love to hunt. They're getting ready to go hunting this year right now. We love to fish, hunt, anything outdoors. We're adventurers, right? And we had planned to take a trip to Chicago to go fishing on Lake Michigan. You know, we'd planned it for a couple of years. Now being a divorced dad with two sons, you know, it's tough.
Yeah.
To try to get everybody together. This platform allowed me the opportunity through the daily pay that I had been building, through their various platforms that save you a ton of money. I planned this trip. So we go. We're in this awesome hotel right in front of the park there, right downtown, across from the lake, everything there. Saved $300 right there on our hotel. Then the daily pay that they pay you, you know, when you're sharing this on this little card, I took that and booked our entire charter on Lake Michigan.
Oh,
Just
come
the three
on.
of us.
Whoa.
Just the three of us on the boat. Our own boat, our own captains, two people working for
Wow.
drinks, sandwiches, whatever, you know, all day long. Had an absolute blast. We come back from that, we change, and we go out and we sample all the delicacies that Chicago has to offer, the pizza, the steaks, everything you can think of. We did the restaurants, we did the Willis Tower, we did the museums, we did the Bean, we did all these things together, right? And it would have never happened had I not had this membership. And so what really hit me was we decided to make this a road trip. And I did because I wanted the time to really connect with my two sons. One's 18, senior in high school, getting ready to graduate this year. They're going to the playoffs. They had a great game last night. Hallelujah, right? But anyways, my oldest is 26, and I know I'm losing that time. I know my window is closing with those guys.
True, yeah.
Road tripped up there, and we talked all the way up there, and it was fantastic. But on the way back, after we've done all these things together, and this membership had allowed all this to happen, we've done all these things together, and I'm just cruising along, and I'm talking away, right? And I look over, and my son's asleep, and I look in the rear view, and my other son's asleep. They're just totally wore out.
Mm.
And I just thought to myself, these are the things that they will remember for the rest of their lives. No matter what.
Absolutely.
I don't have any membership. I have nothing that can even come close to the memories that this little membership right here creates. There's nothing can touch this. I don't, Costco, Sam's Club, the gym, none of that stuff touches what we have here, guys. And so it's the memories that it creates that when I'm gone and you ask my sons, hey, what's your favorite memory of your dad? I can guarantee you this. They're not going to say it's dad missed my football game because he had to work late.
Woo!
Not going to happen, right? That's
Yes.
not their favorite memory.
Right?
Favorite memory is going to be the trip we took to Chicago, the trip we took out to LA.
Yeah.
All those memories, right? And it's the same for you. I guarantee it. If you ask your friends, your family, whatever, ask them that question, they will tell you the same thing. It's the things we did together. And that's what this awesome lifestyle membership allows us to do. It's a gift. It truly is a gift. So really, the last thing I want to say here, because we want to be short, we just want to pique your interest in what we're doing here. And then we want to share something else with you. But I look at this as a gift, right? And it's a gift that you don't know exists yet. You really don't know how awesome this is yet, but you're going to find out. And there's 3 reasons why I'd love you to unwrap this gift for you and your family. Number 1, more time. Number 2, more money if you want it. And number 3, absolutely better health, mentally, physically, emotionally, relationally. We all have the same 24 hours in the day, right? We all have the same amount of time, but we don't all get to enjoy that the same. Here you have an opportunity to buy back some of your time if you want it, right? That's important. Money, most of us can say it's not the most important thing in the world, and it's not, right? But like an old mentor of mine, Zig Ziglar, used to say, it's kind of like oxygen. On this planet, in this world,
Have it.
everybody's got to have it, right?
Right.
If you don't want it, give it away to your friends, your family, whatever you're passionate about. Okay. And then again, the health side of it. If you're getting ready to go on a vacation, you're getting ready to go somewhere with your friends, how do you feel? Man, you're excited. You're amped up, right?
Yeah.
How about stepping on that beach right there behind Jennette? You get your toes in the sand, you get grounded. It feels amazing, right? You got a little umbrella drink in your hand too. Whatever that means for you. But those things, it is proven scientifically, if you take a vacation, if you go with your family and friends, you reconnect, all those things are great for your health. So this gift that they decided to share with you guys, we're just here participating and sharing our experiences. This gift is amazing. If you'll look into this a little bit more and see what we got going on here, you are going to be amazed at what we have. Now, at the top of the hour, here, just coming up in 20 minutes, we are going to do something live from Lake Tahoe, right there where Hillary is right now. Some friends of ours, Daryl and Maria Roberts, are going to do a deep dive into this program. They are going to do a live comparison. Going to go, so here's Expedia, here's our program, here's Priceline, here's our program, and you are going to be amazed at the differences. Live inventory. This is happening today. You can see it. If you were to go in and look at these prices, you would see the difference, but you wouldn't see ours. We're going to show you the savings that Todd and Jennette made. We're going to show you the savings that Hillary's had all over Europe for 7 weeks. We're going to show you the savings that I got that made the memories with my children, right? And when it comes to making an additional income stream, guys, it doesn't get any easier than sharing something that everybody's going to do anyway. They love to do it. They'd love to do more of it. So we're happy to share that with you at the top of the hour. So I'm
And
excited
then
about
income, Randy.
Well, yeah.
Talk about
Randy,
that a
you
little
didn't
bit
mention
more.
that you're retired now and living off of the money that you're making through this program. You didn't mention that, mister.
And
it.
so,
Well, I was hoping someone would ask.
I'm asking, we're asking,
So
how does that work?
it worked. This is, guys, this is as simple as this is. They have a referral program. If you want to participate in a referral program and get your membership completely paid for, fantastic. If you just want to take this membership and travel the world and get all the savings, it'll pay for itself. That's fantastic. But let me tell you, what changed my life was the daily pay and how it works. My friend said, if you'll share this with 3 people that decide to get the platinum package membership, if you'll share it with 3 people, the company will start paying you every single day. In fact, enough to pay for your membership. And I did that. As a good carpenter, I checked the boxes. I will look at my plans. I go off and check off the boxes, right?
Yeah.
They told me if you share this with 3 people, the company will start paying you the very next day. Check. That works exactly the way they said it did. I was like, huh, that's impressive. Okay. So I kept working my 60 to 80 hours, swinging a hammer, sharing it with my friends in the nooks and crannies. They got excited. They started sharing it, and it started to grow. Now, what happened was, as it started to grow, that daily pay goes up. So it went from paying for my membership to literally paying me every single day. So as those people got excited and they started sharing with other people, they started paying me more and more money. So it went from $4.25 a day, $4.45 a day, up to $10 a day. $10 a day, man, that was an extra, for a guy swinging a hammer working 60, 80 hours a week, that was an extra $300 a month. You know, that's pretty awesome, right? But when it went to $25 a day and an additional $750 bonus just for helping people do more of what they want to do, that's when I made the decision. That was a year in. That's when I said, you mean to tell me I just made an additional $2,000 this month? Additional on top of what I'm already doing, which is more than the average Social Security payment in this country, guys.
Yeah.
Than the average Social Security, right? Plus, it was getting close to my pension numbers. That's why I decided to go full time. And in the time since, I've again moved up. You know, I'm at like $70 a day and getting closer to $100 a day. And there's other bonuses that the company throws at you as a thank you. Now, think about this for a minute. Most of you probably have Netflix, right? Most of you probably have Netflix, Amazon Prime, whatever. How about Netflix rolled this out and said, you know what? If you'll refer this to your friends, we'll give you a nickel. We'll give you $1 just because you referred this to your friends, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Love to have all that back, right? They didn't do that. But this company is privately owned by a husband and wife. It's 12 years, almost 13 years old. They are now in almost 65 countries around the world. Debt-free, American-owned, right there in Temecula, California. Got a satellite office in Madrid, Spain. One in Asia now just launching. So this travel idea, this lifestyle membership speaks every language. It doesn't matter, you know. It doesn't matter if you want to build this as a business, there's no barriers. Doesn't matter the color of your skin. It doesn't matter how many plaques you got hanging on the wall. Somebody told me it doesn't matter if you're from Yale or jail, all right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't discriminate. It simply says, if you'll share this with somebody, we will pay you. I said, hallelujah. And
Yeah.
so
And it's
able to
residual,
check those boxes. And that's
residual
residual.
pay.
It's residual pay.
It keeps coming.
It just keeps coming.
Mm-hmm.
Coming. By the way, if you want to build this as an additional income stream, which Todd and Jennette absolutely love the idea, most people do. When you hit that $25 a day, this becomes willable to your family. It's legacy income. You can will this to your children. And we've got stories that'll blow your mind about that and how that's transformed some people's lives, set up in some trust for grandchildren and stuff like that. So on the money side, as an opportunity to create an additional income stream, I don't know who doesn't need an extra income stream in today's economy, right? And what's happening around the world. To be
Mhm.
able to create one by just doing the things that you love to do, creating the memories with your family and friends, it doesn't get any simpler than that. So when they rolled out that blueprint, like I said, I steady went down the list and I've checked off every box. I've answered every question that I had, everything that I was skeptical about. I
Yeah.
checked them all off. So guys, this is an opportunity for you, whether you want to travel and you want to enjoy this membership, or you'd like to do it and create some additional income, which to me, it just goes hand in hand. Simply said, it goes hand in hand.
Right. Yeah.
At the top of the hour, like we said, we've got some friends that are coming live from Lake Tahoe that are going to show you right on the screen. Here's Expedia's price for this place. Here's our price. You are going to be blown away. You are literally going to be blown away because we say you can travel for pennies on the dollar. And we mean that. We mean that. Last year, we had a trip on our World Tour platform to Venice for, you're not going to believe this, $1. $1 for 2 people to go to Venice. And I think it was 6 days and 5 nights to Venice, included a glass factory tour, included the water taxi, because you got to take a water taxi when you're in Venice, right? $1. Man, I'll tell you what, if you've got 50 cents, I'll give you 50 cents just to go and take that trip. These are real. These are real. And the reason it works, guys, is because when they set this up, they said, we're not going to make any money on travel. We are going to pass along unlimited access to these vacations and other platforms that we have. And we're not going to make $1 on that, not even a penny. We're going to make our money on the membership, which is ridiculously inexpensive. I've got to tell you.
Yeah.
We're
Seriously.
going to make our money on the membership. So as the memberships grow, what do? They give you a little cut. They give you a little cut of that membership. If you started it, they give you a little cut. You started it. Now think about that. Any of you know anything about geometric progression? If you start something and I shared it with 5 people and those 5 people decide, yeah, you know what, that sounds good. And they start sharing it, before long, it kind of takes off. And that's what's happening with this opportunity right now.
Yeah. The company's growing what? Double every
It's
eight.
Every 8 months.
doubling
Every 8 months.
doubling every 8 months. And what they told us yesterday was that the company is tripling every year. And we're expected to triple again. It's a $50 million debt-free company. And if anybody knows, there was another big company that was in the travel space, and they had 5 million reps. And I think we're at 50,000 people. But if we're doubling, think about it. Yeah. We're sitting on a gold mine to just literally share with as many people as you want. At the minimum, you're going to get your 3 people, your membership is paid for, and you get to travel with Jennette and, you know, get included instead of watching her pictures and getting left out.
That's right. That's absolutely right. So guys, we're just glad that you're here. First of all, I want to thank you for taking the time to just come and enjoy this gift with us, right? With Todd and Jennette and Hillary. Everybody's here. We want to thank you for that. And we just want to invite you to take a closer look. If you've got the time at the top of the hour, there is a Zoom following this, which is going to be at, what is that? 12 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Central. So coming up here at the top of the hour at meetupworldwide.com. Meetupworldwide.com. It will take you directly into the Zoom. This is live. This is live, guys. It's going to be live from Lake Tahoe. They'll probably show some pictures. They're going to invite you in. They're going to, you know, we're going to take the curtain back, show you the real prices. You will never see this anywhere else. You will never see these prices ever anywhere else. You're going to be blown away. So if you can join us at the top of the hour at meetupworldwide.com, that's meetupworldwide.com, you will see this live. And if you can't, that's fine too, because we're constantly sharing this with people. We're constantly sharing the good news. We're constantly sharing a gift with other people. So I'm going to pass it back over to Todd and Jennette, maybe close us out.
Yeah, thank you everybody for joining today.
Thank you
I
very
really
much.
appreciate it. It really means the world to us that just to kind of look at what we've discovered. We discovered this and it's been a gift so far. And we haven't even been on a world tour. I've heard like once you get on a world tour, you're hooked. You're just like,
For sure.
and it's been unbelievable savings so far. So
And the passive income is incredible as well. We were on that call last night, I believe it was, with a guy 62 years old, same age as me. He
tell
said,
that
I'm
story, Todd.
retiring. Yeah, he said, I'm retiring. Cool. He signed up, did all the stuff, got his first check, and it was $1,800 for Social Security. And he was floored. He just got into this stuff, and within 30 days, he was making as much as his Social Security check. That was only 30 days of effort. That doubled his income immediately within 30 days. That's pretty huge. And it's residual. You just go to sleep and you get a check in the mail. He worked 62 years to get the same amount of pay as he did in 30 days. Come on, that's crazy.
Compressing time frames, right? I
Yeah.
worked 30 years to create a pension. And, like you just said, the average Social Security, 1,800, right?
$1,800 Social Security. I didn't know that. That's scary.
Crazy. That's scary.
Scary.
As crazy.
So our plan is to not rely on Social Security. Wait till you're maxed out like Social Security, when you're supposed to get the most benefits. I think it's 67 right now. And when you wait that long, you wait till 67, then
Too late.
they don't cap you on your income. So you will get your full benefits from Social Security and also residual income from the travel membership. So that's our plan. And we're going to be traveling more and traveling for less, right? So
Absolutely.
we're super excited. And a lot of this time, like all the world tours, there's lots of times that we can probably, like the trip behind, the picture behind Todd is a Cancun resort. I think it's on a world tour. And we can, as a family, whatever, we can book the same place. We can get there. We can all save money and we can all play in those pools over there together. Can create memories like that. So
it would be great to be chasing grandbabies around that right there. Whoa.
Whoa.
It's the new family reunion.
Yeah.
It is.
Family reunions. There's so many awesome, all exclusive places that we can go to and have fun. And if we're all saving money, it's a no-brainer, right? So right now, Hillary's showing the world tour that she's at right now. A destination. They have destinations all over the world. Paris. Where else, Randy? Where are all the different places that they have? Portugal.
Oh my gosh. Portugal. You got them all over Barcelona. We've got them in Czechoslovakia,
Jamaica,
Jamaica, Bali, and they just continue to release more and more. Ever since I've been in, they've actually released more and more, deeper and deeper into the season. So now we even have some winter ones coming up, right? We've got some. I think there's one for Boston coming up in December. There's one for, I think, Key West, or maybe it's Miami also in December. So it's just an opportunity for you to travel whenever you want, wherever you want. There are layers. There are multiple layers to this travel platform.
Yeah, talk about the theme parks and stuff, like the Disney.
Oh my gosh, the theme park. So this thing is built for families, guys. This thing is built for families because one of the savings we have is that theme parks, you got rental cars, you got cruises.
Yeah.
But theme parks, there was a family went out to San Diego and with our platform went into the activities. Now here's what's beautiful. You go somewhere, you can go into your back office and click activities and it will pull up everything that we have on discount back there. They saved over $300 on their tickets to, what is it, SeaWorld? I think it was SeaWorld. Over $300 on their tickets for a family of 4.
I heard yesterday
prices are
that
ridiculous.
somebody bought 8 NFL tickets and they saved almost $1,500
Wow.
of savings with the sport. So there's a lot of stuff. I found out yesterday with the shopping, and I don't even use it that much because I don't even know it's there, but Chewy.com is back there, and my dog was sick and I had to get a really expensive special kidney only dog food. I spent literally a small fortune for 9 months extending her life. That's in the back office. I didn't know that. I could have saved all that money. So this membership is literally a no-brainer.
Like I said,
Disney World,
Disney World, theme parks, whatever you want. But guys, let's bring it down to your basic family, okay? Would you like to save on your groceries? We got that back there. Would you like to save on the dinner out for the family? We've got those back there. 2-for-1 deals back there. Would you like to save on your oil changes? We got those back there. I've done all those things, right? So this multi-layered lifestyle travel membership that we have here is built for everybody, whether it's families or the single person that wants to travel to Europe for 7 weeks, right, Hillary? This thing is built for everybody.
That was on the daily pay or the?
It's a discount. It's another, tell them, Randy, where you can find those, like.
Yeah, that's another platform that we have, a discount platform. It's called Plum Benefits. And back there, you can do online shopping. You can book travel back there. You can do cruises back there. You can bundle trips back there and save a ton of money. We have a lady in her 80s saved $1,500 for her family trip to Orlando, to Disney. They got the airfare, they got the hotel, and they got the rental car. And by bundling it, they saved $1,500. They saved an entire year's membership on one trip. And that happens quite a lot. Just like the gentleman that saved all the money on the football tickets. Guys, this thing is ridiculous. When you start digging into the layers of this thing and how great it is, it's just mind-blowing. But again, here at the top of the hour, they're going to show you this. I don't have to show you this. Daryl and Maria are going to come on here and they're going to take you right in there and say, here it is. Which one would you rather spend on? Would you rather pay wholesale or retail or less than wholesale? And that's what the membership allows us to do. You know, if you have 3 friends, you're not paying for the membership. You're getting the points that they'll explain. You'll get the points to use to buy down these trips like Hillary just went on. The points to buy down the trip like Todd and Jennette could have taken at the timeshare, right? Instead of 500, they could have paid $56 for 4 more nights or 3 more nights.
4 more nights.
This thing is ridiculous. So if you can,
so
jump right into that.
I wanted to just say, and I know we're going to go over, but if there's any burning questions that you guys have, we're here to answer them because we're not here to convince anybody of anything. We're here to just present this to you, and it's up to you if you want it. But does anybody have any questions?
I think they can follow up with us. Hillary will follow up with them and see if they have any questions. But right now, Tim, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Florida. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you.
Good to see you, Jennette.
Yeah, so good to see you. It's been a while. So we'll definitely reconnect. And then Robbie, thank you. You're driving safely, I hope.
Be safe.
Come off mute.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course, he says. Right on.
Yeah, so Robbie is in construction as well. So you probably related a lot to what you were talking about. And then TJ, Michelle, thank you so much for joining. We know you'd love to travel the world as well. And I think this will be really beneficial to you. So taking a look at that. Hi, TJ, did you want to say something? Michelle?
Thank you for having us. Yeah, we had to stay off camera and on mute because the baby's running around screaming the whole time.
No,
the grandbabies are important.
Yeah.
Right, that's right.
And then Nicole and Dave, thank you so much for joining.
Sure thing. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so we're really excited about it. We hope that you got a little glimpse of what we've been introduced to and discovered ourselves, and we're looking forward to probably taking trips with you guys. We would love to take a world tour trip and meet at the same place, at an exotic place, and have fun.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's go. All right, guys. So thank you very much, and it's a wrap. Thank you for joining the party. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, make sure you
And
jump
then
over the
join
meetup.
that-
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks. Oh, Tim, you raised your hand? Oh.
Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy
Oh, thank
birthday.
you. Yeah, that's
Happy
tomorrow.
birthday.
Yeah, that's
Happy-
tomorrow.
Happy 21st.
Right?
I wish. It's the filter. It's the filter that makes me
Yeah.
look younger.
The problem is that
Right.
the time gets added to me, so that makes me 90.
Ah, that's right. Right.
Yeah, so TJ Mixel, let's have some fun with this. It's not a contract or anything. You just, right? It's not a contract. It's not a long-term thing. Just
Yeah.
try it out. So that's all.
Right up.
So
Right
go
up.
ahead and join that other meeting. It's starting right now. It's meetupworldwide.com, and you'll get a really good look, deep dive look.
A
at what-
deep dive into the financial stuff, and
Yes,
it's pretty
absolutely.
crazy. If you guys got the time,
Okay.
it's pretty intense.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, you guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
All right, love you.
Fighting. Nice meeting y'all.